An original story. Disney made an original story. An original story from Disney. But is it any good? As some of those memes say that you might see on like those NFL highlight videos on YouTube, they had me in the first half. When the trailer opens up and I see the gorgeous animation and all these cool characters that are clearly inspired by Lord of the Rings, I was really intrigued. I thought, wow, the character design is original, the environments look beautiful, the chemistry between Tom Holland and Star-Lord is amazing. I thought, okay, this looks pretty promising. I'm excited to see the newest installment from Pixar, or Disney Pixar. But then they introduced the actual plot of the film, and my eyebrows just kind of furrowed. In screenwriting, there's this thing called the inciting incident, which basically means that there's a singular moment in a movie that throws the character's world, if you will, into disarray, and now they have to do everything they can to fix it. One of the best and most clearest examples of an excellent inciting incident from a company like Pixar is Finding Nemo. We understand Marlin's tenacious desire to protect his son, and we understand just how important it is for him to do so because we've already seen that traumatic episode where he lost his wife and, spoiler alert, all of his children except one. So then when Nemo is taken by the diver, the inciting incident, his world is thrown into disarray, and now he needs to do everything he can to go and restore harmony to his life. That, in a nutshell, is an inciting incident. So it seems like this trailer is giving the premise that the inciting incident is that they need to find the second half of his dad. What? What's going to happen if they don't find the second half of his dad anymore? What's the problem with having only this creepy bottom half? I mean, it is a problem inherently, but what's going to happen? Again, like what's going to happen if they don't find the second half? Chris Pratt's character, which I can almost guarantee will be the fan favorite of the movie and steal the show completely, says in a line that's clearly meant to hook you, we only have 24 hours to find the second half of our dad. And to me, it's like, well, so what about that? I mean, yes, it's kind of inherently important, like you want to find the second half of your dad, but it just seems like such an odd place to stop in a progression of plot points. Wouldn't you, as a director or as a writer, if you have the full half of your dad, then it seems like then you have a story, then you can kind of build off of that. But if you're just trying to find the second half of your dad, it seems like that's just one of a very small singular plot point in a series of many that should lead to a very compelling story. So I'm a little bit concerned about this one. Again, I'm glad it's an original story. Disney made an original story! But at the same time, it doesn't really seem like a very compelling one. The animation, like I said, looks beautiful. Character design is awesome. The environment looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. That kind of Monsters, Inc. type feel, a mix between reality and fantasy. Chemistry between Spider-Man and Star-Lord will no doubt be awesome, and I look forward to that dynamic, especially since I feel like Chris Pratt is a little bit like Robin Williams in the sense that just like Robin Williams improvised so much of his lines in Aladdin that they completely rewrote the script, Chris Pratt most likely improvised so many of his lines in this character that they probably rewrote a few things too. And I did laugh out loud during the trailer when Chris Pratt was like, feet! It was just one of those things that only he could deliver. Perhaps I'm being a little too hard on Disney for having, a lack of original stories in the sense that, Moana and Frozen and all that, all those fairly solid movies have come out fairly recently. But just because we're living in this era of remakes and sequels, it just feels refreshing to have a story that comes from actual creativity rather than just wanting to bank on a quick buck. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully my predictions are wrong. Hopefully this turns out to be one of the best animated films of the year. I mean, it will get nominated, considering that animated films seem to get nominated no matter what they are because the pool is so short. And if you don't believe me, just remember that Shark Tale was nominated for Best Animated Picture. That's the kind of world we live in. So, have you seen the trailer for Pixar's new film, Onward? What did you think about it? Let me know down in the comments below. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching. I truly appreciate it, and I'll see you on the next cinematic adventure.